So it's the last morning in Rome now, and I've got a few minutes before I need to get shit together and check out. And we don't head to Tuscany for a few hours, so I got a little bit of time. But I'll fill you in on the last day and night and some of my impressions that I've seen that I found rather different, unusual about Rome. One of them is, and this makes no goddamn sense whatsoever, but the bathrooms, the public bathrooms, like you go to restaurants, not all of them have toilet seats. Now, I understand you but I understand, well, a man shouldn't have to take a shit at a restaurant or whatever, right? I mean, I guess he should have the option, but I accidentally used the women's room. It was not like there were multiple stalls. It was just a one person. It was the women's room, and there was no fucking toilet seat. And I'm like, how do you expect customers or employees to not go to the bathroom their entire shift? So found that to be a bit odd. Another thing, on my wanderings, I was wandering around town, lost yesterday morning, or a couple mornings ago actually, and they have like right on the street, you're just like walking, look to the left, and there's a vending machine that sells condoms. They have a condom vending machine right there on the street, which I think is, I think everywhere should have it. I think it's fantabulous, but I never saw it. Pretty interesting. So last night, so a little bit more background. This is a tour group. So there's 31 people, 31 men on this tour, mostly from the United States and Canada. So we had a meet and greet at like 4 up in our because that portion of the tour where everybody gets together is starting now. Yeah, we had a meeting at the top of the hotel bar. Got to know some of the people and whatnot, and then we went to dinner at this Italian restaurant. Really, really good food. As a matter of fact, the tiramisu that they served, best tiramisu ever. Really, I mean, I can't say enough about it. That ravioli was really good, but the tiramisu is what really stood out. So after that, we were looking for something to do, and I was really pushing people to go dancing. I mean, let's go to. It's the last night in Rome. We ain't got to be checked out until noon, which is nice. So let's do it up. And we walked over to this place called Company. Is the name of the bar. Not all of us went. Some people went back to the hotel, so I want to say it's probably about 15 of us that went. But it was funny because you had to get in. You needed to show. You need to sign up for a membership. So you need to give me your passport, and then you gotta pay the cover charge, and then they give you this little form to sign. Initial here, sign here, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, well, two problems with this is that the wording on it is really, really tiny, and those of us that have advanced eyes are not able to read it. But it wouldn't matter because it was in Italian anyway. So I don't know what it said. For all I know, I may be an Italian citizen right now. I may have to fight for them in the next World War, which bad for them. Joke's on them if they're relying on me to fight. And so you got to do all that. You got to have a passport. I know my information my data has probably been sold up and down the European Union. Who knows what they're doing with that shit? I don't know why the fuck you have to fill out and become a member but the good news is that it's the membership is valid at like 6 other clubs across the city for the next 3 months. Leaving today. But they won't let you in without some sort of picture ID. And one of the guys I was with didn't have anything on him. So my one friend said, "Oh, no, he's my husband. He's my husband. You know," and they let him in, and they let him in. And then this bar, it started off slow because you know it's I don't know if it's because it's Rome or if it's because you know back home the gays don't show up to their clubs till 11. It was about 10:30, and in Rome people don't eat until 8 o'clock. So, or 9 or 10 or whatever. So it wasn't so hot at first, but then it became packed, and it was so hot in there, and people had shirts off and they're sweating. I mean, I don't know how much of my own sweat I had on me, and if it was anybody else's sweat, I was like sweating through the shirts. That it's actually the laundry right now. And I mean, it was it was fun. I mean, we had a pretty great time. I mean, there was one guy that was at the club, not part of our group, but he was from Toronto, traveling by himself into Europe. Pretty cool. And you know, they're. I don't want to make fun of anybody from our group, but there was one guy who was like all just really trying to get the attention of everybody else. But he had, you know, he had a nice body to do it, you know. So, I mean, if you got that, fucking flaunt it. You work your ass off for it. Why keep that shit hidden? Why keep it hidden when you are working out how many hours a day and watching what you eat? That's the rewards of your hard work is you get to have people gawk at you. So, whatever it is, what it is, right? So I got back to the hotel about 1:45. And then I actually wound up Zooming with Don and JT till about 2:30, 2:45, telling them about the trip. Just basically having fun. And that's it for now. So we'll see you.